Hi, thank you for listening to Rivers Investment Channel. I'm Ji Yao. Today, we will continue with new episode on how currency is created. Today's topic is real estate market. And contrary to popular belief, the price of a real estate is not based on demand. The price inflation is the result of currency printings. A bank must create debts to create profits. Lower interest rate, smaller down payment, and looser term. Together, they help to fuel the price inflation and contain the currency circulation within the real estate market. And the bank can charge more on interests and mitigate the deflation risks if only these conditions further. The financialization of the real estate market, combined with the effect of currency creation, enables the modern manipulation of the real estate market. The results: we overbuild the real estate market. We destroy the value of the land by building useless buildings. We have wasted the limited resources, the land. We have pushed the agriculture and manufacturing bases further away. And somehow, we think by creating the speculation, the wealth can be created through price inflation. No, when you have this monetary policy to ensure the ever rising in asset prices, the loss in production sector side effect is guaranteed. The whole idea of when financial market is good, the economy is good is bogus. The boom in financial markets only means how much currency gets printed out of thin air. Because remember, we can only enjoy so much we have produced. You can't enjoy the things you don't have. No bubble ever ends in a correction. After the Great Recession, people put the subprime mortgage crisis behind, believing no two bubbles will ever be the same. Right. This time is different. This time, we have the mother of all bubbles. The real estate market is reinflated with a 7-year zero interest rate policy and 3 rounds of quantitative easing programs. The cost of speculation is lower than ever. The lending policy is more reckless than ever. This one day will be proved a failure, and the day is around the corner, weeks after the Trump win. The market interest rate spiked despite of QE programs in other major economies. The initial wave has cooled down the heat reignited after the financial crisis. The difference is this time is on the global scale, since the rising in long-term interest rate is also on the global scale, and that's just on the sub 4% 30-year fixed mortgage rate, which is still considered a historic low. If the rate rises further to 5% or 6%, they will not only put pressure on the new buyers, but also the existing adjust rate mortgage holders. A correction will wipe out the collaterals used to against mortgages. Will people still honor their payments? They will lied into signing the mortgage by their governments, central banks, real estate agents, and themselves from the lack of education. They will stop payment and live inside their real estate for years before the long legal process puts them homeless, as they have no equity remained. And that will turn the real estate market into a crash. So why bother paying when they can save money on rents? Quote, this created a virtuous circle of rising property, low rate. But you know, as night follows day, as gravity is a real force of nature, as economics is something you cannot play with indefinitely, without the forces of reality coming back into the picture. Unquote. Max Kaiser stated. The rising inflation expectation is now forcing investors dumping long-term bonds, which further increases the long-term interest rate, and that will put down a domino to economic calamity. And all this will become a reality if policymakers fail to manipulate the interest rate and inflation. The policymakers and global elites are seeing this. On one hand, they publicly want the real estate price to go down for young people. On the other hand, they know a drop in price will set off cascades of avalanche of debt defaulting and currency evaporating, which they will never allow from happening. That is why the last thing they will ever do is to raise rates. The market is now pushing them to raise rates. They are so scared. They want a cashless society. They want a controlled financial system. They want a lower interest rate. And they want to print more currencies. To wrap it up, embrace the free market and sound money. Thank you for listening to Rivers Investment Channel. This is Chiao, signing out for now.